Okay, let's do a tweet. Let's do a Discord. And we'll have some peel porn today. Might have to close the window because we've got sunshine. And just I want to do like 2 tests. And then we'll get right directly to the manicure. Well, I guess that's not exactly directly, but it's not going to take too long. I know exactly what I want to test after our last. Like, this will be the 3rd round of testing for this water marble. Okay. Tweet. Discord. Where are you, Discord? Here we go. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That's not quite as intended, but that is, that will work. Let's do like this and stick this over here. And then I think I'm just about ready to go. Whoa. Hopefully I won't keep knocking over polishes, but these are the colors that we're going to be marbling with today. Hey, Dino. We've done a lot of testing for this. We've done, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've already done, oh wait, and this one has 3 on it, so 13. We've done 13 tests so far for this water marble. Not all with these exact colors, but like there's been a lot of testing. I think these 3, well, some of these were with that weird Nina Ultra Pro Black, but these ones are mostly with the gold that we're going to be using. I think this one maybe was too. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Sunburnt. Excuse me. Little hoarse still. Might just be that it's winter too. I mean, aside from the fact that I have been streaming so much. I mean, I've been streaming like pretty much every day, which is a lot of extra talking. But yeah, we did like a lot more testing for these colors, I feel like, compared to like the snowy water marble. I mean, we got that one basically in 2. Jackie gonna lurk a little bit. Enjoy your lurk, Jackie. And what we're gonna be working on today, I'm pretty sure we're going for this pattern, like a poinsettia thing, which is what I originally kind of wanted. And I would like to try exactly like this again. And I would like to try with this number of drops, which I believe was 7 drops. But see if I can maybe get them to work in the other order. Like have a gold center, then red, then black. And I want to try the red and the gold to see how they look as base colors. Definitely not going to be using the black as the base color. So, where... Where... I thought I picked them up. Where did they go? My strips. My paper for test strips. Where the heck did I... Apparently I did not pick them up. When I had like an avalanche of stuff fall off my desk yesterday. One of it was my strips of paper. I thought I had picked them back up because I knew I was going to be needing them. I don't want to lose them. Let me actually tie this back once more. I don't want these flopping around while I'm working. Yeah, they do give very NKG vibes, sunburned. I almost said new King Grim, even though I thought I had almost broken myself of saying that. Nightmare King Grim. Computer freaking out. Uh-oh. So I'm hoping that these two tests, I'm hoping it's not like yesterday where all of a sudden I get like sidetracked into just a whole bunch more testing. I'm fairly confident in the number of drops. We just really need to see which of these is going to be better as a base. So, get a little bit of Ghetto Fabulous out over here. And then on this side, let's just open the black. Let's get this off. Other side we'll do with knees up, which is the Butter London Red. Perfect Christmas red, I think. Well, I mean, there's a very small range. It's like I consider a perfect Christmas red because I thought the OPI was perfect too, and they're not identical quite. Let's use the actual cup we're going to be using today. Not working with dirty water again, and it's 71, almost 72. It's 71.7 degrees in here right now. So I'm hoping the water feels a little bit cool. I'm hoping that it's warm enough for this to cooperate properly. So let's get a little bit of polish remover out here so I can make sure my orange stick is clean. And then after we do this, these two tests, we're going to do a peel. I'm going to see if I can get the edges to lift without oil. Because if I oil everything up to do a peel, I'm going to have to take a break to go wash my hands before I can water marble. Because, of course, you don't want oil in your water marble water. You want your water marble water to be as clean as possible. So, let's just keep this out here for a reference. Let's start with, I guess it doesn't really matter. I want to clean off the surface even though it's a fresh cup, but sometimes the first initial drop doesn't want to spread anyway. And yeah, I am going to have to, I think I am going to have to close this window here because a little bit sunny, so give me just a second. Literally, like not even a second. Well, that, yeah. I have like just a thin little slice where I can still see out the window, but that should keep the sun from blinding me while I'm working. The screen is jumping around. That's not cool. Yeah, I like that technique. I felt like it was another one of those things, kind of like dry brushing. That seems like it should be easier than it actually is. Like I did a couple and I didn't like hate the manicures, but they also weren't like my favorite. I always felt like they didn't turn out quite how I wanted them to turn out. Okay, so we're going with 7 drops. And they were spreading really nicely in this order last night. Or yesterday afternoon, I guess. So, what is that weird sound? I think maybe it's outside. Do we have drips? Is that melting drips? Okay, now see, this turned out... Of course, now it's going to shrink back down a little bit again. This turned out a little bit better, actually. The thing I wasn't super thrilled with on the other one was I didn't like quite how wide the gold was right next to the red. I felt like it detracted from the red. Wow, that was quite a snore, Beanie. I don't know if that was audible. I see a hair on here also. All right, then we'll just pull out our points. See, it's like as I was working, the gold got thicker. I wonder if doing 2 drops of red in the center would help that. I mean, with the red base, the gold just, I mean, it's still different, but you lose a lot of that really yellowy gold. I do feel like it held up better, though, than the gold in this one. Like, it's harder to see, obviously, with the red, but I think I must have a better temperature, or maybe it's just this nice clean cup, which is now a little bit dirtier compared to the testing cup that I was using because I was lazy. Now, what if we switch these so that I'm ending with gold in the center? I don't want gold at the edge, though, so I'm going to start with just, to keep it on 7 drops, I'm going to start with 2 drops of black. Because when the gold's at the edge, it tends to kind of dry oddly. So that'll be 4. See, this is drifting kind of weird. Let's just do half of this and see how it looks. But I'm thinking we may, well, I guess I just started drawing the whole thing even though it's off center, didn't I? Even though I literally just said we were just going to do half. I'm thinking I may need to go the other way just because the polish is spread out a little nicer in that order. But maybe I'll do it with the gold base. That just turned really messy. I'm tempted to almost redo that, but I really said I was only doing 2 tests, and I really want to stick by that. So, picture this base color, but this pattern. That's what I think we're going to do. And maybe I will just get a new cup, since I made that pretty dirty. It feels wasteful and indulgent, but I'll reuse the water. In fact, let's clean off the surface before I transfer the water. That would be good. That would be a smart thing to do. Yeah, the first one I did was a gradient. It wasn't a full rainbow dino. I think it was like red, blue, and purple. Or you mean like a rainbow drop? I'm just finishing reading. A white base with rainbow drops and a spritz. That might be cool. Although did I do any that was like actually a whole water marble with the alcohol, or what is that? Water spotted. That's what the technique is called. Hey KJD. You are back. I hope you can stay back, sunburned. Finish eating dinner. All right, Caritha. Well, I hope we're doing something good. We're gonna transfer this water. We're gonna do a little bit of peel porn, and then we're gonna do this water marble. Yeah, I like it with the gold center too. I don't feel like I can get the polishes to cooperate. Maybe I should try it one more time. Okay, we'll try it one more time. Where am I going to dip this out? This center isn't really big enough. Does one of these other ones have room? Let's, we'll dip on this one. Because the thing that's really dictating it is how the colors spread. Finish over here, black. The red seems to push against the gold better than the gold pushes against the red. Like, it does okay on this ring, but the center ring gets goofy shaped, and the black doesn't push against the gold very well. We're drifting off center here again. Why is it doing that, you guys? And then the gold doesn't want to spread as much. Let's see if I can... Can you drift over here a little bit, man? It doesn't really want to move. Let's see what we can get out of it. And it's always good to have more practice, even just drawing in the water. Even the center, even though it's off center, it's like the petals don't feel like they're drawing quite as cleanly as with the red in the center. And then if we were to point it out, it just goes so crooked. It's so odd that they can really react that differently in the different order. Let's see if we can get like right this kind of a section. Yeah, just comparatively how clean they are. I like the gold in the center. I just don't like how it's actually drawing. So I think I am gonna stick with the other way. Actually, let's put you so you can dry. Okay. Yeah, more tests. No. Plus, I guess it wouldn't be breaking the rules since I made the rules. But, I feel like it would be slightly against the spirit. Of course, I'm already intentionally doing it with the blue water marble, adding a color that's not in the nail art as the base. Red in the center is more Christmassy. Hey, Snoopy. Gonna be lurking at work. As long as you're still getting your work done. I mean, I feel like it would be interpreted very differently, but I mean, like, if you can listen to a radio while you're at work, why can't you listen to somebody on Twitch while you're at work? I mean, your boss would probably be like, well, okay, look, here's why. But I won't tell if you don't. It's sucky to have to work on a Sunday, too. Ugh. Okay. So, let's put this in a clean cup. Like that. Then we're going to put this cup here, where it hopefully will not get tipped over. Close up these bottles so I don't knock them over. Whoa. Okay, don't look at the cat and grab for nail polish at the same time. That's not clean enough to use for my background. Let's can do this. Oh, this is actually no. It's the first one off the roll and it's weird. There. Because, yes, I did actually remember to get myself a new roll of paper towels. Was very proud about that. Hey, Music Gal. Alright, so let me just look around the edges here. Oh, yeah, there's a good edge. Usually when I peel, I, like, completely just oil up my cuticles and all that. It makes the peel a little bit easier. But like I said, if I do that right now, I would have to take a break before I go water marble. Before I start water marbling. And I kind of would like to avoid that, so let's see if I can find my edges here. And I know I'm not on camera because it's just... I mean, you can probably see on my other camera, I'm just like in here so closely. Like sometimes finding these edges is more difficult than you would think. Like I said, the difference between 1 day I wear and 2 days I wear as far as ease when it comes to peeling, it's kind of amazing, I think. It really goes to show, like, you know, what a couple days of water exposure does to the peel-off base. But I am finding the edges here. So then we'll get out my camera. I really don't know about my year in peelies idea, if I have time for that. I posted to Instagram today, and then I considered, like, man, I was doing, like, those little short speed tutorials for Instagram. Like, do I want to get back into doing that? Like, that's a whole extra piece of work. But people seem to really enjoy them, so I kind of am like, I kind of want to, but we'll see. I'm just glad that I managed to get day one up. It is up on YouTube if you guys haven't seen it yet. The snowy branches. I think it looks pretty good. I'd love feedback on the new camera. I feel like I'm still learning, but I feel like so far so good. And hopefully I just continue to learn how to use it better and better. All right, let's get out the baby in question. Big old heavy baby. Where's my here it is. I should check my order status on my new thingy. Cuz I think I hope it's as advertised, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always a little bit skeptical when I'm ordering stuff online, like, is this really going to be what you're claiming that it is? Oop. You guys can actually see the wrist strap when I let it dangle down there. Alright, let's... Okay. And I'm sure you guys are getting sick of seeing me, like, one hand and then the other. I'm just still, like I said, getting things figured out. Yeah, I think that should be. And it's got this feature too. It's supposed to help with shake, with like camera shake, where how it appears on the screen is not exactly how it appears once you start recording. Like it zooms in a little bit. So like learning how to properly frame it for how it's actually going to look when I push the record button. Oh, come on, mouse. Oh, that's why. If you have like a laser mouse and it's ever like acting up, could be because there's something caught in the sensor. Like this. What even is this? It's a piece of something nail art related. I thought it was just going to be a beanie hair. Okay, so I was going to zoom you guys in a little bit here for the peel porn. Let me stop here. Yeah, I think that should be pretty good. What is that little symbol? I don't know. So many weird symbols, and a lot of them I do know, and I do feel a level of comfort because I feel like, you know, all canons have some things in common, and I've always used canons, so I have an advantage there. Whoa, that was really... Sometimes I almost feel like after one day, it's like the peel-off base coat isn't even 100% dry, If that makes sense. Like, I feel like I get more sticky peel off residue when I'm removing it this soon after applying compared to like 2 or 3 days or a week or something. But it's coming off pretty good. Pretty satisfying peelies. Couple little weird edges on some of them, but almost all coming off in one piece. Man. Sometimes I do think it's the patch that will affect how it peels. Like, it wants to adhere to gel even more than it adheres to just like your regular nail. Little weird flaky pieces of gel. Okay, stop. And then you'll usually have some polish left at the tips or whatever, like where you wrap your tips where there's not peel off base coat. But that came off pretty good. Overall, we've got little black tips of our nail, but we'll take care of that momentarily. Which one of these is nicest? I might want to hold that out for the outro. Where? That one. Alright, let's dump these over here. Oops. And clean up this last polish residue. Actually, let's keep this clean. That'll be our tutorial paper towel. Let's see here. You have to make those sounds the whole peel. Just see somebody tuning in with no clue what's going on. Whoa. Where'd that go? We already did the testing, Amethyst. Also, hello. We just had I wanted to do 2 more, which turned into 3 more little tests on the red, black, and gold water marble. And then we're actually, as soon as I finish cleaning up my nails here, we're going to get on to the actual water marble. And then tomorrow, so we've got, today we're recording day 4. Today on YouTube, I uploaded day 1. So we're ahead of the game. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the icicle reciprocal, which we're completely ready to go on. Supposed to be working on Christmas cards, and lurk. And what was I saying? Oh, Monday will be the icicle reciprocal, and on here on Twitch, Wednesday will be the icicle water marble. Wait, what did I say? Wait. Monday will be the reciprocal. Tuesday will be the water marble. So by Wednesday, we need to get with our testing for the next thing, which I have gone very much back and forth with. It'll be something green. I'm not sure what. I also now is starting to lean toward like a little like striped drag marble kind of a type of thing, which I've tried before with mixed results. This is still failing. Yesterday's patch was not apparently a good one. I actually might need to give this some attention before we start the tutorial. Unless I want to have a bad time of it. What if the black was deep green instead? Dino just wants to get me testing more stuff. No, I thought about doing something red and green together, but I decided to space them out more. This is like the red feature day, and then After the icicle reciprocal will be the green feature day. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something here with this this break. A Grinch themed art. That's fun. Oh, I hate this gel. No, I love this gel. My gel is old. I hate my old gel. That's a really cool idea, Dino. I think that's super fun. And makes it a little bit, like you said, more personal and cool. Oh, okay, I'm almost done here. I was hoping that repair we did yesterday would last more than a day. I mean, it was half-assed, but I had my hopes that it would last a little bit longer than it did. Just need a little bit of help getting this black off of this thumb here. Because black is so damn stubborn, and I apparently got a crap load of it on the underside. Oh, look, we still got some glittery silver on the underside. Ugh. Okay. God. I think I'm gonna try and half-ass it again, you guys. Which is maybe not the best idea, since one half-assedness has already, like, failed. But I just don't feel like soaking off the whole thing and redoing the whole thing. I just don't right now. Probably we will have to tomorrow. So the silk is coming up. In fact, you know what? No, the silk is up. So check this out, you guys. Don't wince. It's patch. It's not nail. You see this? There's my patch. There's the remains of my patch. Well, apparently I do have to redo this whole thing. This is what leads me to believe that my gel is gone to shit, because that didn't ever used to happen. The silk wrap peeling up from the gel when it's embedded in the gel. And I mean, you can see it's a pretty bad break. Looks horrible, I know. Is horrible. I mean, there's not even very much residue left on this nail. Like, there's a little bit of gel over here. And it's just flaking off. It's so disturbing to watch. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, this gel is just, it's like, it's not curing right. It's curing almost crumbly, and it just flakes off sometimes. This one is still holding. Oh, I didn't clean that up very well, did I? That one's still holding. Isn't it? Yeah, it's fine. It's got a crack in the surface of the gel. It's kind of hard to see. It's not wearing well, but it's wearing well enough that the crack is growing out. Unlike this one, which just like came completely apart. Okay, so apparently we're doing a nail repair, you guys. Hopefully I can get this done fairly quickly and we can move on. We've still got crumbly leftover gel on this pinky too. Just ignore those sounds. I'm not doing anything horrible that I shouldn't do. Like picking gel off my nail with a tool instead of acetone. Except, of course, I am. Don't do what I do, you guys. You should always soak off your gel. Can we get this off of here? Is this like ground into there? It's like a little bit of, there's like a little bit of a, like a peel in the nail right here, and there's like a little piece of black polish embedded in there. There. Ish. I hate if I get like leftover polish and I'm not careful, and then I get it like embedded in the gel, and then it's there for like weeks. Assuming the gel would freaking hold for weeks, which seems like it would be asking a lot lately. Okay. I'm going to soak this for a minute. Come here. Because if I'm going to bother to do a new patch, I might as well do it well. This nail, I had reinforced this with gel because it kept breaking on the corners. Let me see if I can zoom in here, so you can see. Oops. God, trying to mouse left-handed. Okay. It's still pretty hard to see how cracked that gel is. Can I get in even closer? 2 more notches. Still pretty hard to see. I'm surprised how hard that is to see. I need a new webcam, you guys. I need to look into that more. Anyway, it's not wearing very well. I'll probably soak that off in a minute here too. Yeah, there's black in the new mani, but then after that we've got white, or not white, but silver and very light blues. Of course, it's on my right hand. Nobody will notice. The scraping that I'm doing is actually on this pinky over here, though. I should just soak it off. It was patched, and then the patch failed, and then I was like, well, just screw you then and cut it down. And I never soaked off the gel, because I'm lazy. Bad nail artist. Okay. You gotta be careful, like, when you're soaking gel off and then rubbing it off. Like, don't be rough and, like, accidentally rip off the nail you're trying to save. So you see that looks much smoother, much cleaner. We'll stick this on here and soak this off. Got a couple little spots. Can I file this a little bit before even patching? Yeah. Okay. And sometimes if you've done like patching on the underside, like I do sometimes, if you soak it like that with a little nail cap, it may not remove all of the gel from the underside, but it usually will soften it so that you can scrape it off in a much more gentle fashion than I was scraping off the dry gel. You know, it turns it to kind of a gooey consistency. Really easy to remove. Like that. I just scraped that off of the underside. So, alright. Make sure there's no fuzz. Make sure there's no whatever. And let's get this out. This is probably ready to come off now. Yep. And we'll stick it on the pinky too. I'll soak off the rest on the pinky. I'll quit picking on it. And actually, is there some? Yeah, a little goober. I need to decide if I probably should just skip even trying to reinforce this nail until I get some fresh gel, because I just don't think it's even worth it. It's I know you guys can hear it. I know you guys can hear it. It looks much better now, though, without the crack gel on it. Little gel residues. There. Okay, so for patch, we're going to need a little piece of silk. We're going to need our normal gel and things. And we're going to need some scissors. Actually, I'm probably not going to need the other pair of scissors. Yeah, it gets crusty on there. My cuticles are looking horrible right now, too. Partly because winter, partly because 12 days of Christmas. So, I'm just going to use like half of this. And I'm going to trim up here, too. Okay. We've got that. And they've been handy because I keep breaking. We're gonna need not that orange stick. Maybe this one. Tweezer. Napkin. Patching things. Which are also literally right here because I literally just keep using them. Okay, so get off of here, little fuzzies. Okay. So, and I've got like more succinct, abbreviated. Oh my gosh. I saw this sitting on my desk and I realized, I was like, oh my god, where's the untopped acetone bottle? And for a minute I couldn't find it and I panicked. Like a more abbreviated patching tutorial on my YouTube videos, but it seems like I end up doing them a lot on stream lately. So we've got the ASP Lightless Gel, the Gel Cure, and a brush that I keep in a little bottle of acetone. And we're going to start out... Actually, let's get this open here. I'm going to get the brush, wipe off the acetone, and squeeze out some of the gel. Actually, no. Before I do any of this, let's take this off. There. No more gel residue on the pinky either. Now let's go. Wipe that off. Squirt out some gel on here. Well, that was kind of a lot, but this is a big break. And I want to apply it like right over the break and lift it a little bit to get it to go in there. And then I want to cover most of the top of the nail. In fact, yeah, side to side. And I'm gonna, oops, again, like make sure that is getting in there, like really in there. Then we're gonna get this little sucker, come on here. And come on, try not to stick it on other nails that don't need it, and apply it right on there and press it into the gel with the orange stick. Like I used to just apply it first and then gel on top of it, but I feel like laying down gel to start with really helps to get it adhered on there. Before I cure it though, I'm gonna just like make sure that it's like fully gelled with like a little bit more on the brush and stroke it over the whole thing. You don't want to see any parts that don't look wet. Like if you see a dry corner, that means there's not enough gel there. You need to apply a little bit more. And you don't want it to slide too far down on your nail. It has a tendency to move around. And the edges sometimes want to pop up anyway. So Gonna do is make sure it's in a good spot here. Do the gel cure. And then while it's curing, or as it's curing, like hold down the edges and hold down like where the break is to make sure that it cures flat and cures closed. And I know I'm off camera right now, but it's hard to really see. And you only have about a minute before this is set, fully set. And I try to keep the orange stick slightly moving around because otherwise it will cure right to the patch. Sometimes I'll even blow on it a little bit to accelerate the curing. I don't know if it actually does or not, because I mean it's so freaking fast anyway. But I've got myself convinced that it does. Okay. Yeah, you can see how stiff the thing has gotten now? It's not quite fully cured. Give it just another second here. Where did my scissors go? Oh, right here. Is this too far? Get you guys a little closer. There. So, start by cutting this part off. And then we can get closer than that. I'm going to do another layer of gel, but first I'm going to do the edges with the nail file and buffer. So, smooth off that edge where there may be any overhanging patch. Smooth off the tip of the nail where there's any overhanging patch. See, and I didn't pay enough attention. We've got a little bit of lifting. Where can I show you? Right there. So I'm going to file that. I'm not as worried about it because it's not right where the break is. But if you don't file it, it'll look weird. And maybe file just the very edges of where the silk wrap are. But for the most part, it'll all get covered up by the second layer of gel. Okay, I'm going to use the pink side. Smooth off those edges that I just evened up. And on this layer, I'm also going to do the underside. Just try to seal in all sides of the freaking break. And if I can hold on to this thing just like through 12 Days of Christmas, I will be happy. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut it off. Of course, by then, that'll be over a week from now. It'll be grown out a little bit more. It won't be that bad. And especially the edge where the break is. Alright, cure again. Don't forget to cure under the nail if you've done some under the nail. And we'll be ready to go here in a minute. So let's close these up again. All of these things can go away. Okay. And I like to do a little additional buffing once it's fully cured, but be sure it is actually fully cured first. I like to touch it a little with the orange stick. Sometimes, like the spray bottle Sometimes you don't spray quite exactly where you think you're spraying, and you may have a little spot that either didn't get enough spray or hasn't quite cured at the rate of the others. So yeah. So when you don't see any little stringy parts coming up on your orange stick, then you know it's dry. Oh, well, apparently I missed a spot because that is not dry. What is... Oh, it's over here. A little bit more spray apparently on this edge. Alright. No, it didn't really take that long. It just was kind of annoying. What time is it here? 3:12. So we've had about an hour. How long have we been alive? 50 minutes. We've had about an hour of testing and patching, which is a little bit longer than I wanted, but I think we made good progress. Wait a minute. Oh no. I might, you know what? Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this one too. I thought it was okay, but it literally just snagged on something. And the closer I look at it, the worse it looks. And I think it is actually, yeah. Yeah, that's not cool. Okay, we're not done patching. I lied to you guys. I'm sorry. It's like, yeah. I really, honestly, I'm so impatient with patches that any other time of year, I think even as low as these breaks are, I would just be like, just cut it off, just freaking go away. But it's not any other time of year. It's 12 days of Christmas, and I need my real estate. Lorca with the Twitch Prime sub, loving the daily streams. Thank you so much, Lorca. 2 months in a row of the Twitch Prime. And I know that means that you had to like set yourself a reminder to renew it. Thank you so much. That makes me feel better. I'm sitting here all irritated and pissed off at these stupid breaks. That really does make me feel better right now. Dino, it's chai with a shitload of cream and an even bigger shitload of sugar. And Lorca, it's gonna be daily at least through this week and next weekend, and probably a little bit more. I haven't quite like fully figured out the math of how many more streams I'm gonna need to do, because we've got testing streams and manicure streams. Let's see how loose this is. So sometimes when I know that the gel is cracking and it's very loose, sometimes I'll take it off with the cuticle nipper. Like if I can literally see where it's lifting. Whoa, that like flew right in my face. I don't know if that showed up on camera. I was just seeing how much of this is loose and how much of it I actually have to soak off. Because I think actually a good portion of it is loose. But this is a little rougher, and of course when you have a break you want to be careful. But like see here, all this stuff, there's the silk wrap coming up. And trim that with the cuticle nipper. The part that's still stuck to the break, yeah, see the whole thing is loose. It was just the silk again that was holding it, and the silk was also failing. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it, and I'm so glad you guys are hanging out with me, because I feel like there's been a lot of, I mean, for lack of a better term, fuckery Like, oh, we're about to do a manicure right now. Oh, except for after all these other things that end up taking a couple hours. Like this. I said I was just about to get started, and then, like, now we're on a patching mission. I don't think I can get the rest of this with the nipper. Sometimes it's really nice if you can get off as much as you can, because then... Oh, wait, there we go. Then it's not as long of soaking. I just need to... There we go. And I'm not showing it because I know it's cringy. But I'll show some parts of it. Like, you guys see the patch there? Alright, we're going to soak off the rest. Hey, Caritha. You are back in plenty of time. Snoopy! With the Twitch Prime sub. Oh my god, I've got, like, twists coming out here. Thank you so much, Snoopy. What did I call you guys before? The puppy pile of validation. Like, I feel like, oh my god, I'm not giving people what they expect, but then people are like, no, it's all good. Thank you so much, Snoopy. And I promise there will be nail art in just a minute. Oh, don't worry about it, Snoopy. I appreciate it so much. I know with Prime, and I don't even know, because I don't have Prime myself, so everything I know is kind of secondhand, but I was saying the other day to Sunburned how it would be so nice if Twitch, like, lets you know, like, hey, do you want to use your Prime sub again? Or, hey, your Prime sub is ready, or something like that. But I so appreciate it. I really do. Especially when I'm sitting here complaining and patching and not nail arting. Yeah, even, look, I got a little divot in this nail. Where did that even come from? Let's... It's winter. That's my only excuse. It's winter and it's horrible. Not quite. There's still a little bit of... a little bit longer of a soak there. Then we'll patch this one. Then, you know what? I think I am going to need that bathroom break that I thought I didn't need. So I guess I could have just used oil for my peelies anyway, since I'm going to have to go wash my hands. The 12th instead of... Well, that's not a month. That's weird. Sometimes it's really weird, too, because I've noticed, like, on Dr. Crotron's stream, I swear I thought, like, we all subscribed on the first stream where he got affiliate, and now, so, like me and Luke, our resubs are coming on different days. I'm like, didn't we both subscribe on the same day? How is it actually figuring this stuff out? But if you get an extra couple days out of it, I mean, why not? That works. Never get bits from ads. Are you on PC or are you on mobile, Lorca? It varies. While I was setting up on stream on my second monitor, I had a page up and I was farming some ad bits, which is very rare for me during the day. Usually the time that's best for ads for me is like the middle of the night, super early morning, or whatever you want to call it, like 2 to 4 to 5 a.m. Usually I get lots and lots of ads. Yeah, on PC. Somebody told me that they were at work trying to farm ads, and one of their work computers would give them ads and one of them would not. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, as always with ads, there's going to be a limited number, of course. I understand that. But like when you see one person can farm and another person can't, or the same person can on one computer but not on the other, I'm just doing a little, like I said, on the underside. Soaking will get the undergel soft where you can scrape it away a little bit. Like that. You don't want too much buildup for when you do your new patch. This is a very similar break, but you can see how much this one's grown out. Maybe if I get at an angle here. There. You see we've got a good amount of growth since this initial break, which was right down there at the free edge. Yeah, like just have it while you're doing your hair or makeup or whatever, and just have them going. I try to just, if I think of it, I'll try and see if there are any available, because it's like, oh, no ads for right now, check back tomorrow. It's not really tomorrow. It's like in 5 minutes. Sometimes it's in like 5 seconds. And there are more ads available magically. But, I mean, I try not to complain about it too much, because, I mean, I super appreciate being able to do that and get bits for free, because all the bits that I cheer are from ads. In order to keep myself on some kind of a Twitch budget. Because there's so many good streamers I enjoy. And I've kind of limited myself to like 3 subscriptions a month. And other than that, I try to just watch ads and get bits and do some cheering and the other streamers that I really enjoy. Because until I hit the lotto, I can't afford to subscribe to everybody. I really took advantage of September when I could extend some of my gift subs. That was a cool idea. Only from the chat bits button, not the one at the top. I do usually go through the chat bits button, also Sunburned. The other thing that kind of confuses me is when I looked at the article, which anybody that's like has any questions or wants to know, like you can learn all that Twitch has to say about bits there. I learned when I was looking up that article to include as informational that you can only do bits on PC in the US, but you can do bits on mobile in a whole bunch of countries. I don't understand why that's different. Again, I'm just glomming it on in the area of the break, moving the break a little bit to get it to seep in there, and then coating the top of the nail in preparation for the silk. So, get you on there. Oops. It's also sometimes hard too, because the strips are slightly adhesive. So sometimes it's like you're just trying to get it with the tweezer and you don't really want it to stick on the tweezer, but it does. And then it doesn't want to stick where you want to stick it, but it's almost less hard with the gel than just dealing with the silk wrap itself, because when you're just going on a naked nail, sometimes it would just absolutely adhere not in the spot that you wanted it. With the gel, you can kind of slide it around a little bit and reposition it. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Whoop. Only from a live stream, not a VOD. Yes, although you can do it from the videos page. Like, sometimes, I've got 2 monitors. I'll have stream up on one monitor and on my other monitor somebody's video page just for farming bits. Just to check bits every now and then. Okay. Position this. And then we're going to cure this. And like before, kind of just make sure that the break is closed and that the silk wrap is like going all the way to the edge and not trying to curl up on you as it cures. Like that. And try and pay attention to this other little corner too, so I don't have a problem like I did on the last one. Ooh, somebody got some ads. Where are my regular notifications? Lorca with the 5 bits. But where are my regular notifications? They got buried under something. I have OBS, which lets me see what I'm streaming, and I have the chat window, which, I mean, shows stuff too, but I also have like a Streamlabs window, which is also keeps a tally of all those sorts of events. Figured it out. Cool. And sometimes you're only able to get one, and sometimes I'm like, man, I would like to go to bed, but the bits are rolling in here. Oh, you were just trying to go through the top. I thought you could go through the top, but now that I think a little harder about it, I'm not sure that I ever actually have. All right, we're trimming off a little bit of the excess here. Just, I mean, same stuff we were just doing on the last hand, so. File the tip, extra silk, etc. File the side, extra silk, etc. Those little stringy, extra silky bits, let's file them off. Trying to just file the excess silk, and I'm not trying to file like my nail. A little bit may be inevitable because you're working in, I mean, really close proximity, obviously, but be very aware of what you're trying to do. It's like not the time to get distracted, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh no. Concentrate on the silk areas rather than the nail areas. There, I think this is just about ready for its second coat. Yeah. Yeah. And that always is nice sunburn, because I like to build up a little, I call it my little bit bank, so that when I'm ready to cheer, it's not like, oh man, there's no ads right now. I can't cheer. Like, I already have my ads from having built them up, all ready to go. Okay. Again, underside. Seal the edges. And the tip, too, as well as the side where the break is, or otherwise you'll end up having little silk fibers peeking out of your tips. And very, very importantly, the edge of the break. Okay. So, cure. Okay. Can we be done with patching now, please? See, this also goes to show, though, you guys, half-assing it never pays off. That didn't take that much longer than all that messing around I did yesterday, which all ended up to be for naught. I mean, basically yesterday was almost a complete waste of time, because it barely held a day. Yeah, the 100-bit ads are fun. Yeah, they can be 5, 10, 25, 50, 75, or 100. I would say, like, on a day-to-day basis, if I get a day where I'm getting, like, several ads in a row, I'll get at least one higher-paying one, like 25, 50, 75, or 100. 100 is pretty rare, but, I mean, it's almost like Jerry's game right now. He's been going to the casino. It's almost like that, like the slot machine, and you're just waiting to see how much you win. Keep having like very mild hiccups on and off. Okay, so final thing is, once everything's fully cured, is to make sure there's no other weird rough edges or corners. Like right there, you can kind of see the corner where the silk wrap is, or any transition between the gel and the nail. Just smooth everything out. Smoothness is the key. I'll do it with the blue a little bit, then I'll go in with the pink, and then I need to put some more out. with the dust still on there. And this is my own, it's another one of those things. It's like, does this really help, or is this just something I have in my head now? With the dust still on there, give it a swipe down with polish remover, and I feel like the dust kind of melts back into the patch. I don't know, like I said, if that's my imagination or not, but you can see it's a little duller. It's not quite as glossy. And it is like this one is glossy, but it's uneven. You can see the little couple slight ridges where the silk wrap is, where the other one is not as glossy, but it is even, and that's what you're going for, because you want it to be unnoticeable under polish. I feel like my patches used to be super, super noticeable under polish. You could always tell where the edge of the silk wrap was. And this way, I feel like hides it a lot better. Like, the nail overall just looks normal once you're done under polish. And there's that one done. Okay, so I'm just looking at how short my nails would be if I cut them all down to match this break, and it would be really, really short. We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind by the end of the 12 days of Christmas, and I won't cut everything down, because I really like having long nails. I don't hate having short nails as much as I used to. I just see another couple other little black spots I'm getting rid of here. I don't hate having short nails as much as I used to, but I still prefer them long. But some days I just completely lose my patience with patches, even though I'm so much better at them and they're so much faster than they used to be. Okay, so what time is it now? 3:30. So I'm going to actually go take a potty break this time. And then when we get back, we're going to actually do nail art. We're going to be, let's put these out here like this. And, there. Oh, I saw the pictures, Musical. Go to lunch with the in-laws. I saw your stamper surgery on Discord. And I guess, I mean, you think about it and it's like, wow, I mean, you don't think it'll dissolve plastics. I mean, it's like in a plastic bottle. But I guess that's a different kind of plastic than like your stamper plastic, because I mean, it looked like you had stuck it in the, well, not in the oven because it didn't look burnt, but it looked like melted. It really did look melted. Okay, so quick potty break. I will endeavor to return to you fine people by 3:40, maybe a little bit quicker than that. And I will give you some lovely music. Where are you, music folder? Sorry. The ring light like blocks 50% of my monitor. So, hold on. Hold your horses, Unwritten Return. Shit, I lost my train of thought. I guess Unwritten Return can have its way. I'll go have a potty break. We'll come back. We'll do nails. Oh, turn that on. That's not very easy to see. Is that better? That's better. And yeah, thank you for your patience. Go grab a snack. Maybe have your own potty break. And one of these days, I promise, my camera will not be shaky. When I have room to build myself a nail polish office special thing with my own like rigging for lighting and rigging for cameras, and I don't have to rely on this kind of ghetto arm to hold stuff onto my desk. Like, I don't have to do everything in this little space here. But okay, sidetracked as usual. I'll be back. I spy a chicken in my chat. Hello, Ninja. Heavy duty tripods. I have a couple tripods, son. The problem is I don't have anywhere to put them. Like, my desk is here. It's got a hutch, and behind that's like the wall. It would be nice to have, like, Luke with the 25 bits. London butter. Butter London, Ninja. But yes, I know you. Ninja knows more about nail polish than you may expect. So I think he probably knows that this is a high-end brand. Shh. Call it London butter. Yeah, it's like, it would be great if, like, the area where my Helmers were was an extension of my desk, like a table with room behind it, though. I mean, it's the same depth, except instead of wall, it's window. But, like, with the limited space, the thing that I have my ring light to is, like, clamped to the side of my desk. So if I tap the desk, the ring light moves. The camera's also mounted on the ring light. Everything is connected. It's like if I had a table where I could set up a tripod on the other side, and a good tripod where you could actually get the right... Because it's like, I don't know. Recording nails is kind of a weird, niche kind of thing. Because most tripods are designed for you to set the camera on and you're recording, not to tilt fully down in recording. Attached to the wall? No, because my desk is... There's a hutch. Like, the wall is right behind my desk, like an inch behind my desk. Moving cords as hell. Beanie. But plus, I'm like, I don't know. I remember as a kid, we were talking the other day about how old this house was. Like, finding a stud and hoping that the stud is still in good condition. I remember as a kid, bookshelves falling out of the wall. Because they were, like, not in a good spot. Hi, Anne. I think you can sub from mobile, but I've only done it from PC. And if you're using Prime, I don't know if that plays into it too. If anybody knows for sure, there's a separate mobile subscriptions tab. That's weird. Because, like, when I watch... So usually, like, on my phone on mobile, of course, I'm not on the most recent app either. Like, usually in the video player, if you tap on it, some information will come up, and one of the things is a little subscribe thing in the bottom left. But, do I have a... No, I don't think that does talk about how to well, actually, maybe... You might be able to use that on mobile. That is a thing. I should know these things. I feel bad that I'm not able to, like, instantly. Especially, like, I mean, it's kind of for my benefit. I mean, not kind of. It is for my benefit. It's like, I should be able to answer these questions. The mobile browser in desktop mode. Yeah, when I was looking at, like I said, in September, in the gift subscriptions, and I was looking at all that, I was like, what are these other subscription types? So, when I was downstairs, I took the opportunity to do a little bit of sugar scrub. I feel like my cuticles look a little bit better now. They're still obviously winter cuticles, but I don't feel quite as ashamed of them now. Oh. Maybe it is for Prime that you have to go on the PC. That would seem kind of surprising to me, because there's so much. I do have a thing on Prime too. I don't know if it says anything more on that link other than how to actually link the accounts. But yeah, if you can use a mobile browser in desktop mode, I would think maybe that would fool it into accepting it. Are we not quite straight here? There. Okay, we're going to clean off our nails. We are going to do actual nail art in a minute here, people. Only been streaming for, what, an hour and a half-ish. We've had a couple distractions. We've had a couple of emergency patches that we probably should have done yesterday. Because we just did half-ass patches yesterday and we paid for it today. And we had a little bit more testing, which led us to the conclusion of using the gold as the base color. But that I probably still can't. Like, I'm still tempted to, like, mess with the colors more. But I need to just listen to the colors. Like, sometimes what you want and what the colors are willing to do are two different things. That is weird, sunburned. That is I don't understand why that would be. I think that, is that the same as the one that pops up on my exclamation subscribe, Ninja? Yeah, I don't understand though. Why does it do that, Ninja? Isn't a sub supposed to be for a month? I was saying I even noticed it on Dr. Crotron's channel because so many of us subscribed on his first affiliate stream, and now our renewed days are all on different days. Okay, so what's the difference between subs.twitch.tv and twitch.tv. Ooh, ouch. Apparently, all that messing around I did slightly cut myself just a tiny bit, and that acetone just let me know it. Wow, ouch. On the website, first result. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because it's like my sub. I don't have Prime, so my sub to Dr. Crotron is a regular. I don't have to manually do it each month. It tells me when my resub goes through, and then I can announce it in chat, so I don't actually have to do anything. I wonder. I'll have to try and remember to look at that later, because I wonder if I should switch it or if I should have them both. I don't remember where I got the link that is currently in the command. They should make it easy. It should just be easy. Mobile, PC, tablet, Windows, Linux, whatever. It should all just be easy. Okay, so first things first, base coat. Second thing second, new camera. Okay. Are we at a good... We probably can get in a little bit closer here than we were for the peel porn. Yes, anybody who came in late, you missed the bow chicka bow bow peel porn. Chicka peel porn. Should I stop now? I'll stop. Let's... Come on. I need to read my book more. I feel like it should not be taking this long for it to focus. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on here, camera. There, can we go just like there? Okay. There we go. Starting off with clean dry nails, we're going to begin with a base coat. I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. This pinky nail is so short, I feel like I'm consistently getting too much polish on it. And my irritation is rising just slightly because, once again, perfectly in time for stream, my computer is checking all of its drives. I really don't feel like it should be doing that as much as it is, but I have done absolutely no research into figuring out how to change it. Okay, did I spy a beanie here? I did. Beanie, who is looking out the window waiting for the squirrels to come back. We don't want the squirrels to come back, Beanie. They need to go build their house somewhere else, man. Not in the vines on the side of our house. Yeah, I feel like it's just like I was saying the other day, and just like, why don't they remind you when you can reuse your Prime sub? Or even prompt you to reuse your Prime sub the same place you used it last month. Because a lot of people do, use their Prime sub for a particular channel all the time. I mean, they remind you of so much other dumb crap. Like, how about you remind me of something useful? Is that a little scab on my cuticle? Or is it a little something else? Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely understand that, son, because it's definitely easier if you have, like, first of the month is an obvious time for, like, bills and renewals and stuff like that. Wontons. Happy Bites. Hey, Beanie. Why don't you come in your chair? He's looking right at me. Some wontons are created more Happy Bites than others, though, I will say. And I'm always disappointed if I go to a Chinese restaurant and their wontons suck. Okay, so we'll put your cap on for this, Butter London. And red, gold, and black. Well, actually, let's do like that. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know what I'm having for dinner either. Sometimes on Sundays, how are you even coming in this little tiny hole, son? Sometimes on Sundays I'll go out before evening stream, but doing an afternoon stream and still thinking I'm going to try and squeeze in an evening stream tonight. I don't know what I'm going to eat. Dang it, camera. Okay. Been dry here? Pretty dry. Alright. Focus. Okay, that's a reasonable amount of focus time, I think. Chili and apple cider. That actually sounds pretty good. Of course, I would probably have to turn the chili into nachos because you guys know. Nachos. The colors that we're going to be using today are China Glaze, Liquid Leather, Butter London, Knees Up, and Misa Ghetto Fabulous. Of course, you'll recognize these colors from yesterday's gold dry brush Christmas trees. Today we're going to be using Ghetto Fabulous as my base color. Cousin Tia said hi. Hello, Tia. Thanks for hanging out, or at least I'm assuming hanging out. Unless that message is from previous. And look at how nicely this applies. I mean, just if you were doing this as like a manicure. I think I had it in my cart the last time I did a trans design order. And then in trying to make my order more reasonable, I took it out again. But I need a backup bottle of this. It's just so good. Do I hear Beanie moving around? Get in your chair, Beanie. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, Beanie. Hang out with us, you little munchkin. Get all comfy cozy. I mean, it's almost a one coater, and it's just so dang yummy. Really yellow gold, but it's still obviously gold and not like yellow or bronze or copper or whatever. It's still gold. And I think I'm going to do the tape and latex combination again, because I feel like that works. It's like the best of both worlds. Frito chili pie, yeah. I thought about renaming my nachos. I was like, nachos just doesn't do justice to this. I was like, what else could I call this? And I was like, this could be renamed to like 7-layer chili dip. I think might be a, oh goodness, is that a beanie hair or is that a beanie hair? Can we get you off of there? Dang it, there's one caught in there too. Okay. For just a minute, I thought I touched the lens of my new camera with wet polish and I was going to be super pissed off at myself. But it still appears clean, so I must have bumped it against something else. Maybe against like the outside of the... Maybe against the webcam? Oh, it was the webcam. Do you guys have a little... It's not in front of the lens, I guess. I don't know how, looking at where it is on there. But it's better for it to be on the webcam than to be on the actual cam. Yeah, it's would be an awesome gold for ornaments. Oh, sunburnt. Oh my god. 10% attached. God. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I've been tempted to just like, okay, I don't want to switch the polish. Let's just patch it. And then you end up with the patch that's, like I said, got polish just embedded in it. But at least it's still 10% attached. I mean, as ridiculous as that sounds, I always find it easier to repair a nail that's still partially attached than one that is completely detached or like doing a tip extension. Yeah, well, because you feel like, oh my God, you feel so dumb. Oh, it's glitter polish. Dun, dun, dun. Wait. Listening to Screaming the Movie Extended Edition, and he's passed out in a locked room. I'm sorry, Ninja. Which are you home again, or are you still with the horrible roommate? Like, if you're in the apartment that's super ghetto, are the doors the type of doors that you can jimmy open with a credit card? So he's passed out but thrashing. Are we sure he's not like having seizure? Well, of course he's in a locked room. What are you gonna do? I shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. That's a horrible macabre joke. Oh. Oh, so it was your room. Then he took the good room. You didn't keep a spare key, Ninja? That's the plan. Poor Ninja. This guy sounds like such a dumbass, Ninja. Don't you have any good stories of this roommate to share? How did you become roommates with this bum? Ooh, is there a fire escape? Go climb the fire escape and break into the window. You've known him since you were 5. Uh-oh. Can't break off that friendship. It's too old, even if he's a jerk now. Does he care at all? Is he just like one of those people that just like can't grow up, or like what the hell? Because like listening to a horrible screaming movie is one thing and passing out is one thing. Passing out with a horrible screaming movie is like, I don't know. That seems worse to me. Don't ask me why. Okay, we have... Okay, here it is. Simply Peel. Which, you guys, I'm so proud of myself. Oops. I remembered to refill the Simply Peel and the Seche Vite. We got nice full bottles. We're just going to get the tape up here. Kind of just lets things ride. A nightmare with the dishwasher that's not even stream safe. I can only imagine, like, that's like, what could possibly go on with a dishwasher that's not stream safe? That would, like, you have no idea the inappropriate things that are coming to mind. Bugs. Wait. Okay, stop. Nope. Nope. Stop. Oh, okay. Wait, Anne figured it out. Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for, like, I mean, like I always say, it's not like one subscription's better than any other subscription, but I know this was not just like a click of a button. Anne had to do some research and figuring things out. So thank you so much for figuring it out, Anne. Oh, you switched to your laptop. Well, that works too. That's extra effort. That still counts. That's extra more effort than probably researching how to do it on mobile. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But thank you. I so appreciate it. That I'm going to just think about that and stop thinking about the bugs. Except I can't. The bug, because in my mind is a particular episode of Hoarders with roaches that like anti ASMR tingles, like the negative kind of tingles, like the creepy tingles. I don't. I'm like so thankful I have never like experienced that type of a situation in real life. But some things like you could just have so vibrant of an imagination of. And yeah, let's talk about flowers and tea. Poinsettias, Christmas things, shiny, good, happy, clean things without roaches crawling all over them. Okay, stop. So squicked out, Ninja. Should have just let me keep thinking my pervy, horrible thoughts. I was just thinking you would like find your roommate's sex toys getting washed in the dishwasher. Okay. Like, I can't blow my nose. My nails aren't dry enough for that. But I've laughed so much that, like, my nose is running just a little bit. Well, you said not stream safe, so I'm thinking, like... Only can do it on the app if you're paying. See, I would think if your accounts were already linked, that and your Prime sub was available, that it would just be like, do you want to pay or do you want to use your Prime sub? How fucking hard would that be, Twitch? Thank you for going the extra mile, Anne. To gift me with your... Well, I guess it's not a gift. Gift subs are a whole different thing, but to bless me with your Twitch Prime sub. Bodily functions. Okay. Okay. Serious time, you guys. Remember that? Remember serious time? All right. Ahem. Come on here. Come on here. Autofocus. There we go. I have to blame it on how close I'm shooting. It's the macro. Macro always makes cameras freak the fuck out. I can see, can you guys see this little tiny hole in the pinky? That's from, that little piece of polish is on the webcam now. Colon cleanse. Okay, guys. For protection around my nails, I'm going to be using the tape and Simply Peel combination again. I felt like that worked out really well. So, applying the tape around one side and down the other. And then around my cuticles, I'll be using Simply Peel. God. We're all a bunch of pervs, you guys. But it's Ninja's fault. Because I don't think it says anywhere in the terms of service that you can't put bugs on Twitch. So he got us all thinking in weird, nasty ways by saying it wasn't stream safe. Oh, speaking of stream, I should post it in my Discord too. I posted in Dr. Crotron's Discord after he got done with the longest rando bingo last night. He rated us into Bob Ross. And just a couple minutes after we got there, Bob Ross admitted he knew he was on Twitch. I'm going to have to go grab the link and share it with you guys. And I shared it in Doc's Discord because it was his raid, so he was the whole reason I thought, oh, that's a little bit closer than I usually try to go. That might be a problem. In fact, that's partially touching the polish. I need to, where's my orange stick? Might have to wait for it to dry a little bit. You can adjust that. That'll be fine. Hold on just a sec. I'll find it. I love my little clip of it. I think clips are so fun. And if you don't know how to do clips, like there's a little thing that looks like the little, what are those things called? You can and it clips, and you can then adjust, like drag a little bit forward, a little bit back. The pinch and fold, I'm debating because I kind of like keeping the like this, but last time I was also having problems with, well, that was particularly on my right hand, the tape sticking to the nail polish bottles and making it really hard to finish the water marble. But I don't want it to stick to itself too much because I want to be able to peel it all kind of as one piece. So I'm debating like how I want to pinch and fold to make it a little bit easier. Like for these, like I don't want to get, see if I can do this carefully. I don't want to get these two corners stuck together. So I think maybe if I go like that, that should work. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. It's not the end of the world if it does get stuck together. I just don't want to fold it too much in a way that makes the tape harder to remove. Also, too, like if it's depending on how long your fingers are, like it starts to get right to the joint when you fold it, which somewhat defeats the whole point of having the latex on the top of the joint if you get the bottom of the joint taped up. That's pretty good, though. So that's really, anybody that hasn't seen me do this before, that's why the latex sticks together. So having tape on the sides keeps my fingers from sticking together. But the tape makes your knuckles all stiff. So having latex on the knuckles allows me to still be able to flex my fingers. I think that's pretty good. I used a little bit too much on the pinky. I can see it's not fully dry, but that's minor. So now, you guys, we just gotta hope that the water marble cooperates for us. Yeah. Well, because it was like, I mean, obviously he was thinking like, you know, not this kind of stream, but like, it just seemed like, oh my God, freaking Bob Ross beyond the grave. Okay. Oh, camera. I wish a couple things I wish were more customizable because it turns itself off after a minute. The other option is don't turn it off at all. I would like an option of like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know. Okay, so where's our other test from today? At the beginning of stream today. Okay, so we've done 3 testings for this water marble. Our original set of testing, our testing yesterday, which netted us this, and our testing at start of stream today, which netted us these 2. This gold one wasn't the greatest, but that's what decided our base color. This one, that was a test of red as the base color, but it washed too much of the gold out. But gold in the center, which is what I really wanted, didn't draw very well. Red in the center spreads better and draws better. So that's what we're about to do. Let's arrange all the things. Like so. And get you guys probably out a notch, 2 notches. Sorry, you guys are at a little bit of an angle, but I think that's better than not showing everything, because the camera lens and the webcam lens are not straight in line, so you guys get to be at a little bit of an angle. All right. So I forgot. Okay. This is okay. I just forgot something very important. Now I've got to do this. This will only take a minute though. Because I was not super confident in how the editing was going to go. I hadn't removed any of this from my memory card. Now I don't have enough room on my memory card. So can I... Where do I want to go here? No, not there. How do I... I'm going to have to unmount this, aren't I? Shit. Sorry for the delay. Let's see here. I should have just done this while it was connected to the computer. Okay. Can't I just do this from here? Sorry, pushing buttons. Yes, this one. Oh gosh. I did know that this could be an issue. I liked having all of the functions on my previous camera on the screen. I liked that it didn't have actual buttons. None of the cameras that I were looking at were like that. So like, oh, where are you? Oh, what's in my purse? I don't want to dig in my purse, but like on the back here, we've got a big old screen, but then we've got all these buttons over here. My other camera, the screen went all the way to the edge. There were no actual buttons on the back of the camera. So getting used to actually having to push buttons again with, I mean, okay, these are the buttons. You see how big my fingers are, and then I've got nails on top of them. So trying to like, you know, get this button here. Dang it, I was pressing it before. I wasn't trying to make it look that awkward, but I mean, they're kind of small. They're difficult to get to. Like fucking child size buttons. How much room do I have now? Okay, that should be enough. And like I said, I wish I could figure out, and I looked, and I haven't found it yet. I'm not completely giving up, but I'm not positive that what I want to be able to do as a thing is to just, like, assign more of them to be on the screen, because it is a touch screen. So there are some things that I can do touchscreen-wise. But yeah, it's a learning curve. Yeah, Beanie will go for a nail file if one ends up on the ground. I don't know why they like it. I don't know why you want to put it in your mouth, cat. He's so peaceful. Wouldn't even know how filled with badness he is to look at him. Okay, I want to go... like that. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. You guys, I didn't clean off the surface. Let's stretch this out. Cover the rest of the surface. Actually, I should have cleaned it with gold, because that wouldn't be all ugly. Like making the cup look super used and dirty. Okay, hold on just a sec. We'll pull this out like that. We'll clean it with gold. and then we'll get started. So literally make sure it goes all the way to the edge. Like that. French kissing for a kitty. Ooh, baby, your tongue is so rough. All right, let's try that again. Whoa. As usual, for a water marble, I'm working in a 5-ounce paper cup filled with room temperature filtered water. Stretch. Ooh, Dr. Crowtron. Hello, Doc. I hope the rest of your building on the gypsy went well. Gypsy Danger. Do you have to call it by both names? Tell me again in a minute. Once you have your bullseye built, you can start drawing in your design. For this, I'm going for kind of a poinsettia design. We're going to be drawing in from the sides to create 8 petals. And then we're going to pull each of those petals out to create a point. And welcome to all the people that Dr. Crowtron brought with him. I think I probably know a lot of you. But for those who don't, I'm Colette, and I do nail art and Holonite, which also has nail arts. That one's a little weird. That one's a little stretchy. We're starting to get dry at the edges. Try to have a very light touch here. Try not to distort this too much. Alright, you see how it's sticky at the edge? We're not going to go all the way to the edge. We're going to clean up this little line right here. We're going to clean up that center. And I was debating like how I wanted to dip. If I wanted to, yeah, I think we'll do like this. We'll do thumb and pinky together. And then, no, we'll just do pinky and ring finger together. That'll keep it from getting too complicated. Line it up. And dip. Clean off the surface. Whoa. Like so. So that doesn't stick on your design. And once the surface is clear, can you guys see those bubbles on my ring finger and on my pinky? This is where the pulling out slowly comes in. Watch it pop. There we go. And there's the water marble. Then we're gonna find the edge of our latex and tape. Take that off. Whoa. Whoop. Sometimes they'll come off together, sometimes not. That's pretty good. I like that, you guys. I'm pleased with that. We'll go right into the next set of fingers. Make sure sometimes even if you don't fully clean the surface, if you just like stir it a little bit, that'll help the next ones to get going. Had to shut off stream. Had to? I can't fully quite catch up on chat quite yet, but that like sounds like maybe technical issues. I hope not. Okay. And I can't pay attention to chat, of course. Most of you guys know this, but you gotta go fast when you're water marbling because as the polish starts to dry, it gets more and more difficult to work with. This is kind of going off center like the other colors were too, but it's still workable. Quickly but carefully is the name of the game for water marbling, and I see we're drifting a little bit here too. Okay. Let's go this way. Line it up. Dip in. Sometimes I do miss my side camera setup that I used for water marbling. I feel like it did show the dip a little bit better than the overhead cam does. But the overhead cam is better for just about everything else, and I mean, with it set up like this, I can't be moving it around to get different angles all the time. Again, we've got a couple bubbles in there, and like as we pull out, they should pop. See how that one even like leached some polish into the water? We got a good dip there though. Could have gone a little bit. It's interesting, I've got a little bit more black at the tip of the nail on these than I did on the previous. And I'm not sure if that's because of where I dipped or of how the design actually was. Thank you, person, for something. I will look in just a moment. Oh, hey, and that one with the very close latex actually peeled pretty nicely. And thank you for the bits. Coming together very nicely. The detail is so good. That's good. You know, sometimes that's the way it is, son. Plus, I mean, it'll be if the glitter is on there enough that it's so hard to get off, then it should be on there good enough to hold the patch as well. Alright, so we'll do this. This one will be just for my thumb. And then we'll be able to go on to the next hand. And I'll be able to take a little break. Catch up with chat a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, you guys know me. I kind of wish... Oops, we got a beanie hair on there. I kind of wish the 4 nails were more similar to each other, one way or the other. But sometimes with water marbling, you just don't have quite that much control. Oh, look at how good this one is turning out, you guys. It's so symmetrical. Ooh. That's freaking so satisfying. And pull out the points. The Poinsettia. And see which one is the nicest half that we want to put on our thumb. Well, that made it just lopsided right there, but... Oh, and which direction do we want the thumb facing? Inward, I guess. So, gonna line that up. And... dip in. Again, like I was saying, it's... I need to work on that. I think a little bit more of an angle would help, too. But part of the problem, too, is when I'm dipping, it's like a point when I'm the least paying attention to how my camera setup is, because I'm trying to get the dip done right. There we go. Yeah. Dino. Yeah, and I mean it's got a learning curve to it, as you've seen as I've been doing this testing, and some things, like, I think you guys can see. Oh, I'm zooming in this camera like you guys can see on this camera. This is you guys' camera. What I'm talking about between these nails. I mean, these two obviously go together. These two obviously go together. I'm not sure if I wish these two had the more, like, it's this area right here. It's the edge of that black petal that is, like, literally just off the edge of this finger. You can even see there's, like, a tiny bit of black right there. It's, like, literally the difference of a millimeter or two in where you're dipping in the cup. But it's also, like, if you look, this gold band is thicker than this gold band. So I probably had a pretty similar dip, but because the gold band was thicker, I didn't get that much of the black. But they still, I like it both ways. Like I said, I don't know which way I would prefer. And I'm not going to redo them. The perfectionist in me, if I was going to wear this for a week, I probably would redo them. But the realist in me, and the one that is like, look, you are taking this off tomorrow afternoon, is like, don't bother with that. And did I say, Anne, thank you for the bits? I think I did. I think I said thank you somebody for something. And thank you for the bits. Yeah, I not in high school, but 4th grade through junior high, I played clarinet. Dr. Crotron, if he's still here, he's quite a musician. He's a violinist, if I recall. A concert level violinist who has not played in a while, but let's peer pressure him into relearning his instrument so he can entertain us on stream. Jerry, who you guys know, who's not here right now, he's also quite a musician. Jerry plays a bunch of different instruments. I remember he plays guitar, he plays saxophone. Just go ahead and say it and then just stash a phone. Because Jerry's got a mustache, anybody that doesn't know. So stick stash in front of anything to make it Jerry-fied. I think he said he played clarinet at one point too, and he even taught some things at a music store. I should have been recording that, shouldn't I? Oh well. We'll record this part. Tape does stick everywhere. Remember that, everybody. Is this... Hold on here. There. Larger spots on my skin, I went ahead and cleaned up with a Q-tip dipped in polish remover. And now I'm going to go in a little bit closer with my usual small brush. We'll see if that audio actually even makes it. Sometimes I'll find myself, with like a recorded audio, and then it's like, do I even need to do that? And then just make it a sped up part with no audio anyway. Part of it, too, I think I'm realizing is that because this camera is just that much bigger than my other camera, certain angles that used to work no longer work quite as well. So I really need to be, while I'm getting used to this, I need to be more mindful of my angles. It is at least easier to see with this flip up screen. And stuff like this, I mean, this is easy to see, I think. But when I like need to get to the other side and I've got to kind of reach over, I need to be mindful that I'm not. Even like my thumb, I feel like my thumb is blocking more of the frame than it needs to be. I don't know. And you guys are seeing it at a slightly different angle too than what my camera is actually capturing. We'll see. I'm not gonna worry about it too much because, like I mentioned, I have that new hot shoe adapter coming, so I don't want to like get everything all situated with this one and then that comes and everything's different, because I think it'll be a slightly different size and it'll change exactly where my camera sits on the ring light. All right, and this is actually cleaning up really well too. The black seems to be having mercy on me and is not being a whole asshole to clean up. Your shower car is your stage. Yeah, and then like I got the tape just all stuck over that. It's just sticking everywhere. Not yesterday. Must have been Thursday. I had tape stick and it actually like started trying to pull up my peel off base coat. We did get kind of a lot of bubbles. You guys see all these? I think I'm going to give them a little bit more time to dry because I feel like that was pretty quick. We've got a little boo-boo right there too. See that little bit of black across the red? I'm not going to try to fix that because it would probably just mess it up. We are going to have to push these bubbles flat, but let's do our other hand first. Dino, I'm sensing a theme here. Seems that you're always encouraging me toward hollow. Maybe it's my imagination. I'm trying to remember here. Were you here when we were doing the icicle testing, Dino? Your hollow is coming tomorrow. Your hollow is coming tomorrow. And the next day. Okay. What? Okay. How do you pull tape off the dispenser with your fingers already looking like this? Very carefully is the answer. And this is the hand we're really going to have to be careful about our folding and tucking so as not to cause any further disasters like we had last time where the tape and the nail polish bottle got a little bit too friendly. And I really, in a minute here, while the Simply Peel is drying, anybody that wasn't here for the icicle testing, I'll show you guys. Let's try and get this on here. Then we'll tuck and fold, and then we'll pull out the polished sketchbook, which has the reciprocal testing inside of it. I'm excited about the water marble too, but for the icicles, I think I'm actually more excited for the reciprocal because it really is, it looks cool. It looks like I wanted it to look, which you guys know makes me so happy. Although sometimes, like, it's not always like, oh my god, it's not what I thought. No, I'm so sad. Sometimes it's better than I thought. Sometimes it's completely different than I thought, but still equally as good as I thought. But there's a special satisfaction in being able to really, truly bring your inspiration to life as you pictured it. This is probably, like, really goofy on camera, too. Alright. Fold, tuck, tuck, fold, tuck, tuck, fold, tuck, tuck, fold, tuck, tuck. See, that one's too long. This piece I should have made a little bit shorter. because it's a little bit on my joint, but it's on the underside, so it's still not as bad as when it's on the top. Close up our Simply Peel. Sing and praise dance for your church. Not in the choir anymore. Yeah. I think a lot of people, their experience with music is maybe through their church. This is what we're doing tomorrow. Hollow, chilly, icy, radiant, ombre, hollow, all the things. $5 p.m. CA. So that's California, I'm assuming, SCA. For a minute, I was like, CA? I'm like, is that a weird abbreviation for Central? Is that for Canada? But probably you mean California. So 5 p.m. Canada, no. It'll be earlier than that. But there will be VODs here, and everything gets uploaded to YouTube. Good eye, Ann. They are indeed. These are, uh-oh, you guys. Did I make notes? It's all 4 of these. I think. Yes. All 4 in the reciprocal, 3 in the water marble, to be determined between the lightest blue and the silver are very similar. So we've got to decide between those. This one is the 2 darker blues and the light blue light blue, silver. And it's a little bit harder to see in the water marble. But yeah, probably we're going to go with this silver one. The hollow and the shininess and the being on the paper just make it so hard. But I'm looking forward to both of those. It's going to be super, super good. What am I rolling over here? What is that? Okay. Well, hello there. Did you just wake up? You look like you want something. You want to come in my lap right now? Really? Beanie, I can't do anything for you, homie. My nails are wet. I can't do anything for you. He's so sweet. He just he headbutts. He just touches his head to my arm. You can't go up there. You can sniff the ring light. That was a Beanie ear. He headbutted the edge of the desk. You just need some love, buddy. Oh, sweetheart. You're such a sweet bean. Don't chew on that. Leave all the things alone. Yeah. Did your brother get you? The back of your head's all full of puppy spit. Say hi. Hi there. Yeah, it's nail polish. I'm doing my nails. Did you see the look on his face? That's how you know your manicure isn't dry yet. Look at the camera for the people. Yeah, hi. Where you going, buddy? Oh, we've got purrs. I'm not even petting you and you're purring. You're such a sweet boy. You're such a sweet boy. Where you going? Where you going? You're so good. You're such a good boy. Can you get in your chair, please? Thank you. Whoa. I mean, he got in his chair for a second. Now he's already gone. But can't nobody ever tell me my cat doesn't understand English. Because, obviously, he knows English. Dance choreography and fly routines. That's so cool. I've never been much of a dancer or anything. I'm not. It's not in my skill set. Bean, don't get into things. Come on, get in your chair. Over here. Beanie. 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 Get in your chair, please. I will give you a treat. Come on. Up here. Please. Get in your chair. Get in your chair. Look, I'll give you a treat. I actually will. I will open up your treats with wet nails. Ooh, maybe I can use the tweezer. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Trying to get one single cat treat out of here. Oops, two. Two came out. I guess I'll have to give him two. Time for closet time. No. Sit. Beanie, sit. Sit. Good boy. There's one treat. Here's another treat. Turn around so people can see your handsome face, not just your little butt. Yeah, look at those chops. Are those treats so yummy? Can you settle? I don't have any more. All gone. All gone. Settle, please. Okay. Oh, dang. This fell. Okay. Just kind of... Oh. Guys, my room is even more than usual. I mean, I know I usually say that, and it's usually true. It's even worse than normal. So yeah, like, as far as like doing marbles with protection on your finger, latex is sticky. Tape is sticky on one side and slippery on the other side. So whatever kind of protection you're using, like, try to be very, very aware of what you're doing. Now, if you're super slick and super steady-handed, maybe you can do your bullseye left-handed. I cannot. So, what I usually do is try to do the fingers that would be gripping the brush, my thumb and my index finger and stuff, first. Unless there's, like, a really good reason not to. And, then that'll make the next ones easier because you'll be able to grip things normally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you ate every crumb of the treat, Beanie. I don't think there's any crumbs left on the blanket. Okay. Carefully. Same with the orange stick. Orange stick is a lot harder to grip with latex on. Because you have to really, really be careful how you're gripping the orange stick, or you actually will stick your fingers together and you won't be able to put the orange stick down. Like, it's not even just that you stick to the orange stick, but like you're gripping it like this and all of a sudden your fingers are stuck together and you can't put the orange stick down. Oops, that's lopsided. Maybe I spent too much time chatting to Bean. Well, if we can just get one good half, this can be the cup for the thumb. If we can just get one good half, so like, yeah, we can work with that. Which, I want it this way. So if I dip right about here. Okay, clean up the surface. Very important. And pull out. Ooh. And there you go. There's your water marble. Water marble. Came off all nice and one, and we're all clean. Okay, so 2 more cups. What do we got here? 5 o'clock. I mean, I spent an hour and a half testing, which is like an hour longer than I really wanted to. Testing and repairing my nails. So, we'll see. The thing is, I really would like to do a little Hollow Knight tonight. But I also, I mean, I need a little bit of a break and I need to eat dinner and stuff. So, hopefully, these last couple cups just go smoothly. If I can wrap up stream in like less than an hour, I think that should give me enough time to unwind a little bit and have some dinner before a little evening stream. But I can't stream too late unless I'm super productive in between streams because I need to edit tomorrow's tutorial, which is the snowy water marble. Oh, the other hand, you thought we were done. No. We've still got some to go. And like you were talking about, Doc, as far as like the Gundam streams being something that's just kind of mellow to watch and hang out. I mean, that's definitely how I feel about some of my nail art streams, especially like water marbling. I know I could watch water marbling all day, like myself or somebody else, and I think a lot of people just like watching like the colors do their thing, spreading out in the ring, drawing in the flower. Oh, that's a much nicer flower. So much more even, thank goodness. Let's carefully stretch here. And I'm trying to wipe frequently. Keeps your orange stick pointy. Keeps your design cleaner. And not going all the way to the edge because we're starting to dry a little bit. We'll dip a little bit here in the center just to kind of draw it in and clean it up like that. And then, let's see here. I think, let's scooch these just a bit. Like, be very mindful of where you dip. I mean, that's a huge part too that I think some people have trouble with. Like, they get a good design and then they just can't quite get that good design onto their nails. Ooh. Another good example of bubbles. Did you see that one just float up? And watch these other couple on my pinky pop as I pull them out. Pew! And sometimes the bubbles burst and they let out a little bit of polish. You need to watch out for that too. Like that. Because sometimes that'll end up back on top of your nail in a way you do not want. I've thought that it would be kind of fun to, at some point, you know, I broke my own rule. I was going to do my other fingers, but that was shaped for like a pinky nail. That's why I switched it. It would be cool to do a design that was like kind of double layered, where you actually don't clean the surface and use that leftovers. But it would be, I think it would be tricky. I think it would be tricky to maintain control over, because sometimes you have a lot left over and sometimes you don't. See, and this is another one. Even these two right together, the ring finger ended up with a lot more black and not as much red. You're going to have some variation. 99% of water marbles. Maybe not that many. 95% of water marbles. You're going to have some variation. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of music streamers. Anybody that's interested, like, I know a lot of you guys have come to Twitch following me from YouTube, and I hope that you're not just here for me. I mean, I'm flattered if you're just here for me, but I hope I can, like, introduce you guys to Twitch as a whole. Almost anything else you're interested in, there's probably somebody on Twitch streaming it. You know, a lot of artistic streams, a lot of music streams. Of course, lots of video game streams. Lots of weird stuff, too. Lots of, like, what I kind of consider the shady side of ASMR that's kind of creepy to me, but some people dig it, and if you dig it, I mean, that's fine. You're not hurting anybody if you like listening to somebody whisper about their dead grandma's jewelry. Not hurting me. I don't get it, but go for it. You know, I'm not gonna be, you know, some people get mad like, oh my god, they're stealing my viewers. Okay, the person that's watching that isn't gonna be watching me, whether that channel is there or not. You know, nobody's stealing anybody else's viewers. People are watching what the hell they want to watch. Guess what? If they want to watch you too, there's what multi-Twitch is for. Or multi-stream. There's enough for everyone. And taking it away from somebody else doesn't mean that you would necessarily have any benefit. I think that's the thing. People are like, oh, if it just wasn't for all these fake ASMR titty streamers, my channel would be growing. Guess what? No, it wouldn't. I was talking about it with Lo the other day, and he was like, I don't think all these ASMR people should be on Twitch. And he was like, Twitch should be for video games. And I was like, well, I know I sure don't want to stream on YouTube. And he was like, oh. He was like, well, I wasn't counting your nail art streams in there. And I'm like, but it's kind of, you know, when people say that, I'm always going to probably speak up, because I definitely did consider streaming on YouTube and then unconsidered it because Twitch is better. And it did start out with gaming, and I think it's, you know, important that they, you know, in a way kind of respect and maintain those roots, but I think it's also important to continue to grow. Stuff like Bob Ross, I think that's like an awesome use of Twitch. Plus, it's all just bringing new people to the platform. Like I said, a lot of you people that, when I made my announcement video on YouTube, that I was, oh, that one did not. Okay, so one nail that I'm not happy with. Where did the red go? Where's this red? I'm not going to redo it, but I'm not pleased with that. When I made my announcement video that I was going to be live streaming on Twitch, the number one thing was, what is Twitch? You know, like, a lot of people just didn't even know. I still get some comments like, you know, one person asked her, like, wait, where are your live streams done? And I'm like, well, they're on Twitch. And people are like, what is Twitch? But I'm not surprised by it, because I didn't know prior to a couple of years ago. I knew nothing about Twitch. I'd heard of it. I didn't know anything about it. I think it was just a weird wide thing, and that was a poor dip. I think the red is like right off the side of my nail, but I mean, obviously that's a huge inconsistency and it looks weird. Better late than never, but you have to lurk. Hi, Karen. Enjoy your lurk. I'm glad you were able to pop in for a little while. Rhinestones. Dino has given up on the hollow and moving to rhinestones. No like variation. Well, it just, I like it when everything's the same too, Doc. I can appreciate the variation, but sometimes it bothers me more than others. Like, this variation bothers me much less than this variation. Yeah, the PG cam girls. Your nail patch is done. You did a before and after in Discord. I'll have to check that out. Some of us weirdos that do both. Yeah, I know. I did actually. I updated my profile a little bit the other day to say, I don't know, it was like, it said before, it was like, I'm starting my Hollow Knight playthrough. I'm like, well, that's not exactly accurate anymore. But have an unusual perspective on things. I agree on that, Dr. Crotron. I think some people would like to do it and they're scared to do it because they, especially if you're like a professional streamer and it is your livelihood, your eyes are on those numbers. And I mean, like, I do not get as many viewers on my gaming streams as on my nail art streams, but guess what? That's okay. That's not the end of the world. It's still fun to hang out with the people that do come up and hang out for that, and it's still fun for me. My fun is not based on the size of my audience, although you guys do make it more fun. It's like, I guess I have a base level fun, and then the chat interaction on top of that is another level of fun. But although I do appreciate the income from this, I'm not a full-time streamer, so I'm also not like, looking at it to that serious of a view. I would hope that if, as I continue to grow, I can continue remembering that, like, the audience is only going to enjoy something as much as you're enjoying it. Like, if you continue forcing yourself to do something just because the audience wants it and it's actually something you're completely sick of doing, I don't think that's a good experience either. Paint the red in. I might. That's actually kind of what I'm thinking of as I'm sitting here. I'm going to have to do cleanup too. I'm so behind on chat though. Of course, as I scroll up, that's the easiest way to get further behind on chat. Just have time for a quick look. Have to go to an ugly sweater party. I hope you have fun, yo. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, cooking streams are cool. Cooking streams, I feel like would be complicated. Like the stuff Doc went through to set up his paint booth. Like getting set up to stream in your kitchen and have good lighting. Yeah, Discord too. Yeah, it took me quite a while. I was aware of Twitch, and then you start hearing people, oh, join my Discord. And it's like, what is this Discord? And Discord seems really cool too. I mean, I'm sure there are other similar things out there, but Discord seems to be the thing to do. Scarier to do creative streams than game streams. Yeah. Less to fall back on when things go sideways. And I think in a lot of cases, maybe too, people more scared of being judged for their creative stuff. Like, being told their artwork is dumb, or being told, like, I don't know. I mean, that's going to happen too, but I mean, it's going to happen even if you don't stream it. Unless you're only doing artwork to, like, lock away in your closet and not share with anyone ever, you're going to get some trolls in real life too, in addition to on the internet. So you might as well have it on the internet and have fun. Because I think, in my experience, there is always the trolls are going to be so outnumbered by the awesome people. I mean, you guys know, every now and then we get a troll in here, and it's absurd, number one, because trolls are ridiculous. Oh, glitter polish with vinyls. You could make it an accent nail, son. Just pick a complimentary color and turn it into an accent nail. There's literally no context in which you'd be watching a nail art stream outside of hanging with people you find cool to chill with. Thank you, X. I'm glad you think I'm cool. It is fun, though. I mean, it's kind of the same with, like, Gunpla. I don't find it uninteresting, but it's not the sort of stream, like, when I don't have anybody that I'm following that I want to watch, that's not, like, the first thing I'm searching for. But watching Doc do it is super fun because we're hanging out with Doc. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, streaming in general, of course, always can be just ground to a complete halt by technical issues. Whether you're doing creative or whether you're doing, video games or whatever else. And then on creative, in addition to the technical problems, you have problems like, oh, this paint is completely dried out, or, the lighting in your kitchen is the best lighting in the house. That's got to be nice. Our kitchen is, I mean, it's not poorly lit, but I think partly it's, like I said to you guys before, it's like a long galley kitchen. It's an old house. The kitchen has the highest ceiling in the whole house. So the light's, like, far up there. But then there's, like, all the shelves and stuff. So certain areas, like, by the sink is dark. So it's got, like, another light hung up above it. You found this more interesting than you ever knew you would. Thank you, X. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different... And for me, back to Doc, one of the things I find so interesting about Gunpla is how how similar it is to nail art. You were filing off those join marks or whatever you call them, Dr. Crotron. I mean, just the same as I smoothed down my patches that I was forced to repair. I don't think I cleaned the surface very well on this. Can you guys... You see how that gold looks almost shadowed on the pinky, especially toward the cuticle? I think we had a little bit of black residue come live on top of there. It's not super obvious, but that's why you want a clean surface to avoid that. Try and be very light on the cleanup too, on spots where my patches are, because I do clean up with pure acetone. That's something I was maybe not being super careful of before, but I'm going to be more mindful of because I'm sick of repairing these. Oh, it is. I see. That idea is already taken. I don't know, what do you call it when you have two accent nails? Of course, I guess sometimes they do that. I don't do that very often where like every single nail is like a different related design. But it seems like a lot of people do that. Yeah, jewelry making. I feel like that would be a cool thing to stream. Somebody must be doing it. We'll get Sunburnt back into her, what was it you did? Chainmail jewelry? Or just all kinds of interesting stuff. Like, my friend Megan, who does the resin keycap casting. That. And she actually really, a lot of the stuff she's using is nail art stuff. So that's always like super interesting to me too. Or sometimes, you know, the other part is, and some creative people might not like it, but like the collaborative part of it. Like sometimes I already know what I'm doing and I'm not really looking for feedback, but sometimes you guys really help me out. Like, hey, why not try this? Or did you think about doing it this way? Or maybe this would make a good title, or just a little question that maybe makes me think about something that I wouldn't have thought about on my own. That's invaluable. Let's make sure these are all nice and neat cuticles. The thing that I'm looking at with as far as doing polish surgery on the index finger to add in that red there is if I can get the same consistency red, like a 1. You know what else is funny? Out of all the nails, this nail has no bubbles. Every other nail freaking has bubbles. Look at all these. And this nail is flawless with no bubbles. Let's carefully pull out a nail art brush. Ooh, is this the little tiniest one? It is. Let's get a lid. We're going to try. I may regret this. Wait, chat's moving. Chat is moving along. Streaming some of your drawing on Twitch. I think that would be cool. Yeah, a lot of it is like I felt very unsure if I could do the streaming. Like I wanted to do it, but I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I really don't. And I've really enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad that I gave it a try. Let us know if you do Dino, because that's the other thing. When you join a community, that community will embrace you. You know, like my first stream, I was so nervous. Literally as soon as the stream started and I said hello, Ninja was in chat and he said hello. I didn't have to sit there going, oh man, is anybody going to watch? Because somebody was there from the porch from the very beginning. Yeah, Skittle nails. Yes, Doc, I agree that no one's going to show up or everyone's going to troll. Yeah, Sunburnt, that's so good to hear. De-lurked Karen, welcome back. Yes, see, I'm catching up with chat and y'all are saying what I already just said. This is why I need to keep up with chat so I'm not like repeating what you guys already said. Yeah, you think it's tedious, but it's also relaxing in a way. And sometimes it's not even about like necessarily watching, Dr. Crotron cut out the fifth little plastic doohickey. It's just about having some company and having a mellow background and I feel like it's really hard to explain sometimes, like to people who don't get it. Jewelry is easy, drawing is impossible. He's gone again. He is in hungry mode because his pudge is at 5:30. Christmas card test is complete. Next is the actual cards. Don't stress out, Amethyst. There's plenty of time. If you're stressed about how they're going to turn out, remember that the people you're sending it to have no idea what you planned for it to look like. Just like nails. Put that on a t-shirt. Just like nails. Nail art can be applicable to all areas of your life. Okay, I'm procrastinating. We're going to try and do this. I might regret this. We're just like little this is a weird angle too, I feel like. Maybe if I go a little bit like this. I mean, just enough so that it doesn't look like it's a totally naked part of the water marble. Actually, that's not too bad, is it, you guys? I'm stopping while I'm ahead. Have I actually learned this lesson? Probably not. But I've learned it for today. And that was one of my other my Nicole Diary nail art set. I'm liking this so far, other than the opaque caps. That will be solved soon, though. The tape. The tape. Get off of me. Need to see me live versus YouTube. Yeah, and I feel like that was part of it. It's like I'm not that my tutorials are a fake me, but they're a different aspect. I mean, it's a very focused, learny type of thing, the tutorials. And I know my tutorials are like longer than a lot of people, like compared to like an Instagram tutorial or something, but I try to make them succinct and focused. And on stream, I know I'm kind of scattered, but that's more of my actual real personality. Like the tutorial is like edited me, and the live stream is obviously unedited me. So thank you guys. And it's such a, like, of all the things, like, you have some expectations and you don't know if they're going to happen, and some of the expectations are bad, some of the expectations are good, and sometimes the fear that your good expectations are wrong is also a thing. Like, I was like, I really want to build like a little community. I want to have a cool chat. I want to have a cool Discord. I want people to feel welcomed. I want people to feel free to share. And that is like the most successful thing. And you guys, I love it when somebody new comes in, and I might not even notice right away if I'm like working on something, and I look at chat and everybody is welcoming and like saying hi, and it's so good. It's so good. I used to trace, I bet you guys could guess if I gave you time to guess, but I'm not. Lisa Frank folders. I would tape that piece of paper on the top. I would sketch it all out in there. I would get my little colored pencils, and then I would have me a little Lisa Frank drawing. I'm not a horrible drawer, but I'm not a good drawer. If I spend time and concentrate on it, I get better. Of course, like anything, but then I like fall off and the skills get rusty. I used to really like messing around with drawing like different designs as like Celtic knot sort of things. I've got a couple notebooks full of that. hand it to your mom to wash and do over again. That's such a cool story. And it's stuck. You're still the painted dino. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it is a hangout, especially, I mean, this is partly work too, because we got to remember that we're recording and there are tutorial things to happen, but like, you know, the haul, or when I just do like a nail polish and chill when I'm doing a plain manicure. And like I said to Doc last night, I wasn't paying as quite close of attention as I always would like to. It's like, that is a trap. Like, you put on a stream for company and then you're like, you're just like focused on the stream and you're like, oh, I was supposed to be doing something else at the same time. But like last night I was editing and I ran into a couple problems, but I was also watching Doc do the hardest freaking rando bingo of all time. And it was so nice to have somebody to like hang out with, even though it's like 3:00 in the freaking morning and I'm in my bedroom. But I'm also hanging out with friends. And online friends are just as valid as real life friends. And don't let your family that don't understand the internet tell you any different. If you can do nail art, you can do regular art. I try to tell myself that too. I don't draw super often, but nail art is real art. And photography is a whole other thing too. That's a skill, Sunburned. And not everybody is as naturally good at everything as everybody else. So, Sunburnt, what happened was that we were running around and he would have been done, except he was trying to do the bingo board. And of course, since it was rando, you didn't know where everything is. Well, the bingo board is designed not to give you anything too hard. Like, I think it's not supposed to give you anything that requires more than like 900 essence and stuff like that. And the randomizer is designed to not randomize anything into like a really difficult place that's required to beat the game. So the dream nail would never be at the end of White Palace. But when you put them together, what happened was that the last square he had on the bingo board was Sharp Shadow. And he had been just about everywhere looking, including all these chests, because the randomizer now includes chests. And I had this thought and I said, oh my God, Dr. Crotron, Grub Daddy has to have it. He gives you a charm after you collect all 46 grubs. Now, generally, in a randomizer, nothing important like the Dream Nail or the Mantis Claw is ever going to be in that all the grubs slot. But when you're doing it in a bingo, yeah, Sharp Shadow required Dr. Crotron to get every single grub. So we killed the collector, got the map, found the rest of the grubs, went to see Grub Daddy, and sure enough, Grub Daddy dropped Sharp Shadow. Doc finished the bingo board, went and killed Hollow Knight, who was invisible the first time he went in there, because that's a glitch that happens. And credits started rolling. I kid you not, literally within about a minute of the time my upload to YouTube finished processing. It was the most perfect timing. It really was the most perfect timing. Just drop buttons all day and starve to death. Exactly, Sunburnt. If we were all good at the same stuff, it would be boring. Yeah. So you were awake when he went to get the love key. Yeah, it turned out to be true. Yeah. You just went back to sleep. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty close to my normal bedtime for me. I'm trying to like adjust it a little bit. I would like to move my quote unquote normal bedtime from about 4 a.m. to more like about 2 a.m. Just because if I go to bed at 4 a.m., it really gets too easy to sleep really late. And I really would like to be up and about before it's like, 2 in the afternoon. Because, like, this time of year especially, it gets dark out so early. The later you sleep, the less sun you get. I was using my my brush end to push stuff flat. I'm going to switch to the orange stick just for a minute. The orange stick has some gunk on it. I want a nice smooth bottom. And some of these very tiny bubbles. Somebody said they couldn't see the bubbles. I forget who it was. Let me zoom in here. Now you can see. They're not horrible. And some of them are already flat, but you can still see where they were. But I'm just trying to press them as flat as possible. The thing with bubbles is not necessarily just that you can see the bubbles. It's that if the bubbles have air in them, and that air like pops and is released when you do the top coat, you're going to get a hole that peaks the base color through. Now in this case, especially since there's so much gold and the base color is gold, those little bubbles are not that big of a deal. But I still always try to be aware of the bubbles and smooth them out as much as possible. Like after you're done with your cleanup, and especially as chatty as we've been, your polish is not fully dry. Like if I were to be gougy, I definitely could gouge it. But if you're just like gentle and like just pressing stuff flat, you should be able to get everything pretty good. Now that you've done the desk job thing, you're really moving toward actually having art be a living. So that's why you're trying to go full kill. We'll see if it comes to anything. You regret not going forward with art all the time. Yeah, I hope you can do it, Dino. I mean, I'm kind of in the same position, and I'm in a position where it's like, I really need to get on my shit or I'm going to find myself back in an office job. That's another thing. It's like, hopefully 12 Days of Christmas can jumpstart me to being more productive, but yeah, no confidence in yourself because of your family. Yeah, do something that you love. When I didn't even remember for a time. Like I kind of remembered, but my mom especially remembered. I had a teacher in 3rd grade that said that she did not find any value in my doodles. And my mom says that I stopped drawing for like a year. And I think back on that sometimes, like, I really wish I could find that teacher and tell her fuck you to her face. Like, what a thing to say to a kid, like, to crush that creativity in an 8-year-old. Like, what kind of a teacher are you? I wonder how things really would have been different. I mean, I don't know that my life necessarily would have been different, but I mean, you think about that, like, what if that teacher had super inspired me instead, and I had a confidence in my artistic side from that age instead of having it crushed and then having to like rediscover it. Kind of butterfly in the Amazon type of effect, but yeah. A lot of the places I used to purchase rings from are gone now. That's too bad. Yeah. Go to bed at 10:30, but usually wake until 1 or 2, then sleep from like 3 to 6, then snooze until nearly 7:45 or 8. Yeah. That's not too good. You got to get on a better schedule, Amethyst. Coming from me. But I always feel like when I'm tired, when I'm feeling tired, like right now, like it's 5:30, like I shouldn't be feeling tired at 5:30 in the afternoon. Like I need to, my other horrible habit is like around 10 or 11, like lay down to watch TV or watch Twitch while I'm in bed, fall asleep for 2-3 hours, wake up at 1 or 2 in the morning, and you're not going back to bed. Then you're up, and then you're up really late and still have trouble going to sleep. That's so cool, Dino. When I can only, you must have felt really like satisfied to have like a Disney artist say that your stuff was worth a paycheck. Yeah. Only 10 minutes to get to work. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because you needed a nap. I know. I'm trying to break myself naps, even though naps are the best thing. Yeah, definitely try. I mean, make a plan. Don't be like ridiculous about it, but like make a plan. And if you can make a try at it, definitely give it a try, Dino. Yeah. And it's not necessarily bad either to like take a nap and wake up and then go back to sleep, because when I started doing that for a while, I actually did some research. And in the olden days, like pre-electricity, apparently that was what a lot of people did. And it was called the first sleep and the second sleep. And in between the first and the second sleep, you might get up and pray or read a book or get busy with your significant other or do whatever for a couple hours in the middle of the night and then go back and have your second sleep. Oh, see, that's so nice, Dino. I would say, I definitely support you giving streaming a try, but I would say like an easy way to kind of get started maybe would be Instagram, because you can like live, like we were just talking about, it's live, it's happening. Part of the reason I'm okay with it is because I told myself, like, it's live, what happens. You can only control it so much. Instagram is more like curated or cultivated, and you can, instead of just like, well, whatever's happening is happening, you can kind of curate and share what you really want to share. And then you also build yourself a little bit of a following for when you do get on Twitch. And yeah, that's my thought. That would be a great prescription just to have. Just for when you get mad at your boss. Be like, you know what? I think I need a nap. Hmm. Mm. Had a friend's client ask if you had a nail art insta after she described yours. Heck yeah. Aw. Yeah. I think art, I mean, it's one of the things that just brings joy. I mean, I can't think of a negative to art. I mean, other than, I mean, like haters and stuff, but that doesn't count because haters don't count. Mm. Yeah, that's such a sweet story, Dino. It's like, oh, yeah, yeah. Emotes are definitely can be a lucrative business on Twitch, Dino. Yeah, I love your emote, Julia. And hello, I think you popped in earlier. Was that yesterday? I don't remember. Hello, if I didn't say hello. Mm. Thank you, CJ. Yeah, I'm kind of procrastinating right now. We still got to do top coat in just a minute here. Um, yeah, like Moon Bandit. You guys know Moon Bandit. Uh, Moon Bandit. I'm gonna just toss a couple in here. Moon Bandit did all of Dr. Crotron's emotes. That's just a little small selection of them. And she did, I have not looked last time I was in Jerry's stream. I was in Jerry's stream and something happened. I forget exactly what it was, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a missed opportunity for RPG Comfy." And he was like, "Yeah, we should get an RPG Comfy emote." And then Moon came in. I was like, "Moon, we have a plan for you." And literally, she was like, she asked a couple questions, and then she posted a link, and it was to a sketch, and it was like exactly what Jerry had been describing. And he was like, yeah, just like that. And then a couple minutes later, she comes back and she's got like a more fleshed out drawing with some colors. And he's like, yeah, just like that. She's like, okay, let me put some depth to it. And came back with the shading. And yes, the Darby emotes too. I think she's done some for somebody else. Was it Super Sleepy? I don't know, but there are people that definitely are doing tons with Twitch emotes, and once you get known, you know, especially if you have your own channel and you start going to other people's channel and using emotes, and people are like, oh man, who did those emotes? And you're like, I did. Yeah. And I think a lot of even affiliates, because there's like Frankerface Z, you know, because affiliates only get 3 emotes. They get their tier 1, 2, and 3 slots. The bigger partners, like for however many sub points, you get more and more regular Twitch emotes. But with FFZ, even affiliates can like start getting a bunch of emotes. Yeah, for sure. Or if you don't do any of that, Dino, just post some of your drawings in Discord so that we can see them. Maybe I should create an art channel in there. We have a nail art channel, which I was considering changing the name of to All Things Nail Polish. I don't remember if I talked about that or not. Because it's more than just like nail art pictures. That should be good. Just for the emotes and the pyramids. Sunbrook, I come in here, be making the kitty pyramids. All right, let's oh, it's dirty. Oh well. Let's get the top coat on these. Everybody's favorite, right? After you're done cleaning up, make sure to press flat any bubbles. Then we're going to be finishing off with a top coat. And as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Gotta remember to mention the bubbles. Top coat. And I hear Beanie. Hi, Beanie. What you doing, boy? Get in your chair, please. Thank you. Good boy. How's Beanie? And some of you guys were here. Yeah, Clark ate his scarf. So I can't put scarves on Beanie anymore. He had left the red one alone for several days. Like, I was worried when I first put the red one on him, but it seemed like it was okay. But that cream one, I literally put it on him on stream. And then he left and came back and it was gone. And I couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, oh my God, Clark. I hope you at least chewed it up into small pieces before ingesting it so that it's not like blocking your freaking intestines. Because my dad's friend just had a dog that died because it ate a sock. And they didn't know, or their girlfriend knew but didn't told him or something, but it like created a blockage and the dog died. And so I'm like sitting here and I'm kind of like trying not to freak out, but moderately freaking out. Like, dude, if Clark like gets all bound up because he ate Beanie's scarf, I'm just like never gonna forgive myself. But couldn't find it. He continued eating and pooping, and as of today, the poops are starting to have some fibrous scarf-like pieces in them. So yeah, as adorable as Beanie is with his little scarves, I can't put any more on him until Clark outgrows this. Chasing Beanie, sucking. Oh, that was a dumb move. I was trying to itch my head with my knuckle, but can you guys see where I messed up the top coat right there? Barely. Until Clark outgrows his mouthy phase and his eating everything phase. Like, if it was one or the other, if he was just eating everything but he left Beanie alone, then it would be fine because the scarf would just stay on Beanie. If he messed with Beanie all the time but didn't eat things, because it'd be fine, he could pull the scarf off Beanie, but he wouldn't be eating it. But some of these bubbles are creating a little bit of texture. Actually, I might do a second coat, a top coat on all the nails. Did you share your Insta in the social section on Discord, Dino? I think maybe you did. Did I follow you? I'm gonna have to go check. Let's do another coat of top coat here. So sometimes even when you press the bubbles flat, they don't quite pop and leave a hole, but they almost try to rise up through the top coat. Then another layer of top coat may be in order. Seems like almost every manicure lately I've been doing 2 layers of top coat. And I'm not mad about it, but it is kind of an extra step. But I'd rather do that than have little bubble divots in my nail. So, yeah, but anyway, back to the scarves. I'm hoping he'll continue to grow out of it. He doesn't harass Beanie quite as much as he used to. Like, sometimes he'll just sit and watch him instead of instantly getting up and chasing him, which is really nice, especially when Beanie's like trying to drink out of the water bowl, or Beanie's just like minding his own damn business and Clark's hassling him. But I mean, he's not even a year old yet. Gotta always keep that in mind. As smart as he is and as fast as he learns, it's really easy sometimes to forget he's still super very much a puppy. And because he is a puppy, we only have a very small tabletop Christmas tree this year with all non-breakable items on it, just in case. Because it's like, I mean, Beanie is usually good with Christmas trees and ornaments, but especially with it on the table, I could see him like, oh, hey brother, let me bat you down an ornament. Where's the treats? I already gave him treats. You like my bean command? Am I gonna walk in and find a high smoky command in your chat X? or was that OMG for the eating of the scarf? See, this is, as I said, what happens when I get behind with chat. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, a hair scrunchie, it's like how... I'm picturing like the big old hair scrunchies I used to have. And that was the other thing. I was like, well, hopefully if he managed to swallow it instead of like... hopefully it's in small enough pieces to pass. Ooh, fried rice for dinner sounds good. The fringe of the pillows. Sausages like poops. A mouse head. Oh. I mean, that implies, so was there like a headless mouse left behind then? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, I did, on stream. Well, if you didn't post it on Discord, or if you want to post it again, feel free. Like in Discord, there's the little social, what do they call it? Are they channels? And it doesn't get used very often, but like if you have a Discord or a Twitch or a YouTube or whatever kind of social to share, you can stick it there. I kind of put it there so it's just not like cluttering up any of the other channels. But I mean, I try not to be too super strict on the channels because I don't... It's to prevent spam, but we don't have any spam yet, so it's kind of like preventing a problem that we don't even have yet. Because my Discord is not that big. Used earwaxy Q-tips. Oh my god. Although Bean does love a Q-tip, he probably would love a used earwaxy one even better than a clean one. Oh. Yeah. No, I felt bad for him because it's like, oh my god. Because like, when my dad told me about it, it was like that he made it sound like the girlfriend knew and she didn't tell the guy, and the guy would have been willing to, like, you know, pay for the surgery or the stomach pumping or whatever would have been necessary, but it was, he wasn't aware of it until it was too late. I don't know if it's going strong. I'm trying to wrap up here, but we had a good stream, and there will be more stream later. It's going to be a short stream, but I want to do a little bit of Hollow Knight later. I'm pretty pleased with this. This is probably the darkest one, and this is probably the lightest one, the 2 ring fingers. And Doc asked me if I disliked randomness. It's not that so much. It's just that maybe partly it's that it's so satisfying when you can get one that's identical. I think the one that I got the most identical ever was my watermelon water marble. Those colors just, they spread so smooth. You were able to draw the design so smooth. It was so consistent. Like with this, even using same number of drops, same design, same everything. I mean, you guys saw the polishes were not always acting the same. And that's why we have these differences. That's why look at the thumbs are pretty close though. Well, ish. I'm happy with it though. I'm not mad about it. I don't expect to be in love with every single design when I'm churning them out like this. I'm already in love with tomorrow's. If it turns out half as good as the testing, tomorrow is going to be so freaking awesome. She didn't even work to catch it. She pulled it out of the trap in the basement. Oh. Ooh. KJD, thank you for the bits. Random messages, kind of like sales are asking you to join into a business. Oh, the closest I got to that was, I think it was in Jerry's Discord. Somebody joined and then they started messaging like everybody in the Discord. Some kind of scam. I forget what it was. But I think on Discord, you have to share, like my Discord is called a server. So you have to be in the same server with somebody to send them a message, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I've thrown Beanie a Q-tip as a toy occasionally. He has a whole toy box, but it's kind of buried under nail polish. So, let's see here. So, I was aiming for 8 o'clock for my second stream. That would be in about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm not quite sure if that's long enough for me to clean up all this, record an intro and outro, and eat dinner. But I'm going to aim to keep it for 8 o'clock. I feel like that would be good. And then do maybe like a run or two, and then I could do a little bit more editing. Because we got to get tomorrow's up. I got to export some Twitch things. Still lots and lots to do. And this is day 4. So we still have 8 days. At least 8 straight days of streaming. Excuse me. That we will be doing. We've still got testing to do for several of the designs. And yeah, I think, let's see what's going on here. I believe I have found a raid target for us. Another creative streamer. I'm going to, I don't have a raid message. I know half the time I do, half the time I don't. I don't particularly this time, but loving all the stream. I'm glad you guys are loving it and hanging out with me. Especially because I know, like, afternoons during the week, a lot of people are maybe at work or stuff, and if I do another stream that's strictly testing, I'm going to try and do that evening during the week. But I think I mentioned this before. I don't want to do a manicure at like 8 in the evening and then take it off the next day at like 2 in the afternoon. I feel silly enough doing it at 2 or 6, finishing at 6, and then changing it the next day. But we'll see. And I feel a little bit overwhelmed, but I also feel like I'm actually doing pretty good. So this will get me on more of a frequent streaming schedule, and then hopefully I can maintain something not quite this intensive, but I've said it before, I'm saying it again, 2019 is going to be the year of swatching my whole collection. We're going to be streaming that. It's going to be all kinds of nail polish. It's going to be all kinds of chat and craziness. And I hope you guys will be there for that. I'm really glad you could hang out today. Hope I'll see you in a couple hours if you're interested in a little bit of video games, or if you're just interested in some more hanging out. The Hollow Knight streams are not always quite as interactive if I'm trying to go fast, but chat can keep itself entertained a lot of the time. So, no, it is not Bob. It is creative. It is not painting at the moment, although we're going to get to painting. It's watercolor. It is Praise, the Art of Praise Moyer. And, yeah, go on over, say hello, check her out. And, yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully later, or if not, sometime later this week. Thanks for hanging out again. And subbing and bits and things. All the things. Alright, let's cut stream. Important to remember that.